What is up, YouTubelettes? It is PuddlesA1 here, and I'm bringing you another narrative Wi-Fi battle. Now today, guys, I got an OU match versus Xel. He's a guy that added me on Skype, and we battle quite often. He's a pretty good friend of mine now, and he just started uploading, so please, guys, go check him out. And I was actually his first Wi-Fi battle, which is very it's an honor to be somebody's first Wi-Fi battle and a privilege. So I thank you, Xel, for allowing me that gift of being your first Wi-Fi battle. So anyway, enough of that mushy stuff. Looking at his team, I know Conqueror is going to be a big threat. As long as I can get out get away the Vaporeon, and the Zoroark's just going to play mind game. So here we go. He's going to lead off with his Mamoswine. I'm going to lead off with the Heatran. Now, right off the bat, I was thinking this is probably not the Heatran set with Focus Sash, Stealth Rock, Endeavor. I don't really see that ever in OU. So it has to be a Zoroark. Now, I know unless he specs, I can take a Focus Blast, is my guess. So I'm going to stay and go for the Fire Blast as he switches out and goes into Vaporeon. Now, my stupid head's like, alright, so Zoroark doesn't have Focus Blast. What Zoroark doesn't have Focus Blast if it's special? That was just stupid on my part. So, he brings in the Vaporeon, like I said, sponges the hit. I'm going to switch out and go to Cheese, because Cheese loves to wall the bulky water types. So he's going to go for the Scald, doesn't get the burn, doesn't matter that he didn't, because I have Natural Cure, I have Giga Drain, I have Leech Seed, I have Recover, I have, what do I have? Leftovers. That damage would have been gone at some point. So he's going to switch out here, and I'm just going to go for the Giga Drain. I'm not really in a position to overpredict. It's early on in the game, like turn 4 or something. So he goes into his Meloetta, just going to take it like it's nothing, because base 128 special defense is not something to laugh at, because even uninvested, it can still take hits. So he's going to go for the Hone Claws, and I figure the best thing that I have to be put to sleep at this point is going to be my Celebi. Because if he doesn't put me to sleep, I can get off a Leech Seed, and if he does, then whatever, I have Natural Cure. So, he actually goes for Hone Claws, telling me he is the mixed set with Hone Claws, Relic Song, Close Combat, and Psychic. But seeing as how he has Leftovers, I'm guessing that maybe he has Drain Punch over that. So after I get off my Leech Seed, I'm pretty sure he's going to switch out. So I'm going to go into my Conkeldurr, because I feel like this is the best time for me to just go in there, set up, and do work. So I go in there, but then I'm not sure if he has his Zoroark in or his Mamoswine, so I'm going to go for the Mach Punch as he decides to bring in his Skarmory. Now, this Mach Punch damage is actually going to matter in the end, because after 2 leftover turns, he's going to be just barely like missing Sturdy, and that's going to come into play right here because I bring in my Magnezone, and he goes for the Stealth Rock, and as opposed to Spikes is my guess. Same set, just Stealth Rock over Spikes. Now, if you look, he barely misses out on the Sturdy, and this Thunderbolt is going to score a crit, and that's going to matter because he, 1, did not have Sturdy, and 2, had Whirlwind that could have gotten me out. But had he actually like gotten me out, the 4 of my other 5 Pokemon had super effective moves, and the Conkeldurr is the only one that didn't have a super effective move but had Mach Punch. So there's that. So it kind of mattered, kind of didn't. But then he goes into his Meloetta here, and he goes for the Drain Punch, and I was like, I can take a Drain Punch, probably like outspeed later, but nope, he's faster than me, and he gets off the Drain Punch, and then I take it. I don't, like, that does more damage than my sub. So I was like, if he goes for another Drain Punch, I lose my sub. So what do I do here? I stay in, actually, and go for the Thunderbolt as he goes for the Relic Song. He probably predicted me to switch out, which is why he did that. But I stay in, go for the Thunder Punch, or not the Thunder Punch, go for the Thunderbolt, and do a huge chunk of damage to this thing. So, now he knows he has to go back into Aria form because the Pirouette form does not have the base 128 special defense. It either has 90 or 77, not entirely sure. But I just go for another Thunderbolt as he goes back into the Aria form. And the Thunderbolt, sadly, is going to take it out because I get another crit. And that's really unfortunate. I don't like that I got another crit. It really upsets me, to be honest. But hacks is hacks. And my Conkeldurr still had the Mach Punch and Drain Punch. So I'm not sure how much that really matters, but he's gonna go into his Vaporeon here. But I did so much thinking, and it took me at least 4 minutes to make this play to go into my Heatran, because I was like, all right, so is this actually his Vaporeon or is this his Zoroark? Now I could have just looked at the obvious that he brought in a Vaporeon, a Water type, on my Magnezone, an Electric type, and that was obviously his Zoroark. But I don't do the obvious plays. When I hear hooves, I think zebras, not horses. So he's going to go into his real Vaporeon as I set up the Stealth Rocks. Doesn't really matter. Late game rocks is, whatever. So he's going to go for the Scald. Same thing, man. What am I doing? Same thing as turn 3. And I'm going to take it, no burn. And that's actually pretty hacksy because 30% chance means like always. So he's going to go into his Mamoswine here. I predict that. Go for the Hidden Power Fire. And it's going to do a nice chunk to this thing because I am uninvested in special attack, so I was proud it did so much damage. Now, I was almost positive I could take an Ice Cold Crash from this thing, even if it was Life Orb or Expert Belt. But it turns out here, I'm going to guess it at least, and say that he is banded because he does a poop ton to me and just destroys my Celebi. Something in balls, man. I'm out 1 cheese. So going to Conkeldurr, knowing that he's going to want to switch out to preserve his Mamoswine for later, I set up a bulk up. And now he goes into his Celebi. The way he brought it in, I thought it was defensive like mine, but it's not. It's actually offensive, as you will see right here. I lied. As you will see right here, as he goes for the Earth Power. Now, this is a gross overprediction because he is offensive. He does take Life Orb damage, telling me he does have the Psychic Stab, probably being Psychic. Now, he could have taken out my Conkeldurr, but he predicted me to go into my Heatran as my guess, and that's just a bad prediction in general because my Heatran did still have the balloon intact. So, that's really bad because his Celebi was a huge check to my Conkeldurr, and now it's gone. So I'm going to go for the Mach Punch on the Vaporeon. I see how much it does, so I'm fairly certain that a Drain Punch can easily take it out from this range. As he goes for the Scald, I was really hoping to burn, and I kind of psyched him out there because I did want the burn. I do have Guts, and he goes for Wish here. What he probably should have done was gone for Scald again, because that probably would have taken me out. And I would not still be here, obviously, if I was taken out. So I'm going to take him out with a Drain Punch, get a lot of my HP back. And yeah, I'm really close to full, and all he has left is his Zoroark and his Mamoswine, both weak to my +1 stab Mach Punch coming from Conkeldurr. So going to smack that thing right in the chest cavity with a punch. If this was a real-life Kung Fu movie, I would have his heart in my hand right now. It's a good thing I have those big stone pillars, or else this would be a very bloody game, and Pokemon would probably be banned from a lot of countries. So he's going to go into his Mamoswine here, and I'm just going to smack it in between the tusks with another Mach Punch, and that's going to be good game, Xel. And I want to address something really quick, guys. I know I won this battle, and to be honest, every other battle I've had with this guy, I was completely swept, and I used test teams. Now, I'm not only uploading this because I won, I'm uploading it because I didn't want to just bring in a team that I made that I wasn't going to continue using, because I feel like if I just did that, then there would really be no point, because what if one of you guys liked it and I didn't like the team? I didn't want to have to keep bringing in that team, and I like this team, and this was a good battle, and there wasn't that much hacks, and I feel bad that the hacks was in my favor. So that's anyway, guys. Good game, Xel. I hope you guys don't think I'm a jerk for uploading it. Click the star me to see my last video. Click the Heatran to see my next one when I upload it. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Tumblr. Add me on Skype. Follow me on Instagram if you want. PuddlesA1 is the name throughout all that, guys. Please click Xel's team from the Mamoswine to the Meloetta to take you guys directly to his channel. Thanks for watching. Peace, love. Later, Gators.